Hi there, Matt James here. Welcome to this lead guitar tutorial for how to play Sweet Caroline. I've done a previous video on how to play the rhythm guitar for this, which I'll put a link in either the description or on the video to click on. If you haven't checked that out first, then please do if you want to learn the rhythm guitar. This is specifically how to learn the lead guitar breaks. We're in the key of C for this, just so you know. The original recording, the Neil Diamond song, is in the key of B, so just bear that in mind. So these lead breaks are for how to play in the key of C. But again, without further ado, I'll show you how to play the lead guitar breaks. So to start with, we are going to look at how to do the introduction, which at speed goes like this. And so we are starting for that one on the 4th string, the D string, and it starts with an open D, and then it goes to the 2nd fret of the D string, so on the same string for this, and then move up to the 3rd fret. Do that twice, and then back. So you got the open D to finish. So you repeat that twice. So again, I'll just do that slowly so you can see what I mean. Once more. And now at speed. So that's the first bit. Then the second bit, we're moving our first finger onto the 3rd fret of the D string, so we're still on the D string at this point. And then you're moving up to, so you can either use your little finger or your 3rd finger for this. So the same string of the 5th fret, and then move your first finger to the 3rd string, the G string of the 2nd fret. And it follows the same pattern. So 3rd fret, 5th fret of the D string, then the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then you're just moving it back. So again, I'll do it slowly so you can see what I mean. Once more, slowly. And now at speed. So far we have got this. And then finally, for the final bit of it, we are starting on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, so one we've already played, and then it's going to the 4th fret of the same string, so we're still on the same string for this. Then up to the 5th fret. Back again, and then for the final 2 notes you're playing the 2nd string of the 5th fret, the B string, and then moving it down to the 3rd fret of the same string, the B string. So that's so 2nd, 4th, 5th, then back to the 4th, then the B string, 5th and 3rd frets. So again, I'll do that slowly. So then all together, slowly, sounds like this. And now I'll play it at speed. And so that is how to play the introduction. It does that again at the middle of the song, and the song also ends with that riff. So it's useful to be able to learn that, and it doesn't change at all. When it's played, that riff, it's always the same. Originally, all these sort of lead guitar breaks, they're actually played on brass instruments in the original recording, so I've just tried to approximate them as best I can. But yeah, so there's your introduction. So then there aren't any more lead guitar breaks until the second verse, where we have "Look at the night," and it goes. So there's two ways of playing this. If you're playing it on your own and you want to add that in, you can just play it over a C chord. And we're starting with the open G. And then you are moving to the first fret of the B string, where your first finger already is. And then go back to that open G string. And then you just play an F chord. So it sounds like this. Look at the night. Or if you're just playing the lead guitar and you're not doing the rhythm as well, then same again, open B to first fret of the B string, and then you just put in your second finger on the second fret of the B string to finish it. So again, slowly, that's. And so that's that little riff at the start of the second verse. There's also a rundown, which you can do, which is quite nice. So it's, look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. So on that G chord of we fill it up with only two, which you can add again later on as well, there's a nice little rundown that I think it's worth putting in, which starts all the way up here on the 12th fret. So you're pressing down both the B and the G string, and so you go in. So starting with the G string first, G string, B string, back to G string, then moving down 2 frets to the 10th fret, but the same pattern, then moving down 1 to the 9th fret, but then your first finger is moving to the 8th, and then same pattern again down to 7 and 6. So slowly, that's this. Do that once more so you can see what I'm doing. Starting at the 12th. And then at speed, it sounds like this. So again, just a nice little riff to put in. So that comes in there after we, on the G chord of we fill it up with only two. Fill it up with only two. And when I heard, etc., etc. So that's that little riff. And then the only final riff to put in for the lead guitar break is during this chorus of Sweet Caroline, the bam, bam, bam. If you actually want to play that yourself, that's pretty easy. So that's Sweet Caroline. So what we're playing there, first fret of the top E string, and then play it open, and then you move in your second finger to the second fret of the G string. So that's once more. So again, quite a nice one to put in. Most people, if you're playing it in front of an audience, I can promise you they'll sing that bit for you, but it's nice to put it in there. And then finally, there's just a rundown right at the end of the chorus. Where do you believe they never would? Oh, now. So the chords for that are G, F, E minor, and D minor. So you can just play the single notes on the lead guitar. If you're doing that in conjunction with the bass, if you're playing it as part of a band, it sounds really nice. So that's just on the the D string, the 4th string, starting on your G of the 5th fret, move down 2 to the 3rd fret, so then to the 2nd fret, and then to the 5th string, the A string of the 5th fret. So that's slowly, that's. And so that's it. That is all there is to it for the lead guitar breaks of Sweet Caroline. Hope that was useful if you're ever playing it in a band setting or you just fancy learning some of the little nice lead breaks yourself. Nice to put in there. So that's it. Hope that was useful, and I'll see you in the next one.